What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And in 2023, I want to do a lot, as much as I can, to give back to other automotive creators, channels, things of that nature. And we're going to start 2023 off right. Obviously, you see I got the Dream Chasing Geo merch on. Make sure you go subscribe to her channel. Link will be in the description down below. I gotta say, I've had this merch, I don't know, Geo could probably comment in the comments. I probably had this merch for, shit, at least a year and a half. It's been through the wash like 20, 30 times, and it still looks crispy. I love it. Great merch. Go check it out. Anyways, roll the intro. Alright guys, so welcome on back to TK's Garage, and in today's video, this is kind of like a give back video, alright? You guys know, and we talk a lot about it a lot, one of the biggest things for me, one of the biggest programs or charitable organizations that I associate with or I donate a shit ton of money to is the Wounded Warrior Project. And I was like, cool, you know, I do a lot for other vets, right? But what about our guys that are still active duty, right? I thought it would be the right thing to do to try to help out some of these E2s, E3s, E4s, things of that nature. You know, guys that have been in the military for a little bit and are trying to build up their own cars, right? I just feel like it's a good thing to do. So, you've seen Alan on my channel before. It's the awesome E3 Airmen out at Nellis Air Force Base that has that Jeep that he built and rebuilt the engine and did all that. And then he had that super cool 280Z. I don't remember what year it was, if it was a 70s or an 80s, but it's a beautiful car. As far as just like the patina paint and looking at all of the progress that he's done, it kind of like beats me up because I really wish he got a YouTube channel and went through that stuff. I think at his young age, active duty military guy, I think, you know, active duty Air Force, which by the way, he serves our country extremely honorably. And I have to say, I think his channel would explode, you know. And it's funny, you know, I could talk a little bit how I met Alan. You know, I look like this. I'm not at regs or nothing, right? I don't have a clean shaven face or whatever. And I met Alan coming through the gate one night, and I was in the middle of doing something with the exhaust system in here, so something was open. So you know, the Petty Roosevelt was a little bit more loud than normal. And I was coming up on the gate, and him and a friend of his was hanging out the Jeep, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You know. So we chopped it up for a little bit. I was going to my office to take care of some. I had to go to pick up some mail, and I also had to go into the office to take care of some stuff as far as a contract, because I'm a defense contractor. And I needed to get all this stuff submitted so I could make sure that my bid was submitted in. And there was stuff I needed to get from the office on base to be able to do it. Anyway, I did that. First day we met, we hung out, whatever, chopped it up a little bit, and then I think we went to like In-N-Out Burger or whatever, like the next day, and hung out, heard kind of like about his life story and what he was going through. And you know, the kid's been through a lot this year, you know, losing his father to cancer, which absolutely sucked. And you know, it's crazy. You know, a lot of people say, and this is the other thing that gives me hope for stuff, right? You know, a lot of people say that if you're on opposite ends of the political spectrum, you can't get along, or you can't like agree, or, you know, be able to enjoy stuff together or whatever. And that's just simply not the case. At the time, I don't know what I was in New York doing something, and his father was exceptionally sick, and I was like, yo, if you need to share this, if you have like a thing, if you know, create a GoFundMe or something I could do to help, or, you know, I was doing something And a lot of my, and I'm gonna be very clear because I have a lot of my friends that are liberal that hate the fact that whenever I'm in New York, I visit WABC. Well, it was at WABC. It's a different place now, but I go visit the Sean Hannity show whenever I'm in New York. So, you know, I was going through and I was like, you know, this Airmen, blah, blah, blah. And evidently his dad, who was still alive, was, fuck Sean Hannity. I get it. So, anyways, you gotta respect somebody that keeps their ideals and what they believe all the way to the end, right? So Alan was like, yo, I really appreciate whatever you try to do, whatever, I really appreciate it. And we kind of just kept like talking and messaging, or I would run into each other on base a lot. Every time I come out there to do like a military lot walk around, or if I was coming out there to do just a regular video or something, you know, or if I was coming out there to do work, you know, as a defense, you know, doing stuff as far with my contracting business, I would run into him. He'd be working on his car or doing something, or I'd go by the hobby shop and go see what he was working on. And, you know, you really get to see the character and the struggle. And I don't remember struggling that hard when I was young. But the thing for me, and I know I'm going a little long here, is this kid puts his heart and soul into this car. Now, this car, I believe, I might be wrong, and I know he can comment in the comment section and say, I believe it was his mother's car, and it hadn't run forever, and he wanted to get the car up and running and put together so he could get it back to California in time for his father's memorial service. And he got the car running, replaced lights, redid wiring harnesses. When I tell you that this kid is like a whiz mechanically, and he should 100% have a YouTube channel. Y'all could just blow his shit up in the comments. Get on his Instagram and get him to starting a damn YouTube channel. But when I tell you this kid is a whiz, he is, man. And you know, he got this car running, suspension, wheels, interior. I wouldn't recognize it right now. You know, the exterior still looks the same. And he got it all done, and he was about to go to California. And then he's like, damn, I think I got a blown head gasket. So, you know, so they pull the heads to check and see. He's just, I'm going to do the head gasket. Nope. Cracked cylinder. You know, cracked cylinder on the block. That was the issue. So, when that happened, there's a Z shop out here in Las Vegas, and they were like, you know, they work on nothing but these 280Zs and stuff. So what happens is, you know, the shop agrees to work with them, and they drop a $7,000+ high compression engine in this car. Now the transmission is good, the clutch is good, all of that. But now he's got a rock solid monster in that car, all right? Here's the thing. This guy is an E3. Last I checked, I don't think he made E4 yet. He's an E3. And I don't know about you, if you know anything about the military, but E3s don't make a shit ton of money. They don't make hardly anything. This kid is literally taking his paychecks when it gets him from the military. He's literally, and it's just crazy. He's eating less food. He's pouring it into this car because it's kind of like a tribute to his dad. And that kind of hits me in the feels, man. And so for me, one of the first things I want to do for 2023 as far as a give back to automotive enthusiasts or people that do it, because he does have an Instagram. He does post things on Instagram about the car, but he needs to have a damn YouTube channel. I'm telling you, he needs to do it. I mean, he does everything. He can fly drones. Like, he can immediately blow up to like several 100,000 subscribers, I think, like in the first 6 months. No bullshit. But I'm going to post a link, and you can see the photos, the videos, and all the other stuff from his GoFundMe down below. So I believe he had to pay like $7,000 on his engine, you know, for the engine to be replaced and all that good stuff. And I think he's already paid like $1,200, $1,300, which is insane. Like, I don't know what he's sacrificing to pay for getting this car right. Excuse me. But the good thing is, he is getting it right. And I think it is going to be an amazing car when he's done with it. And it's going to be something for him as an E3. If he decides to pull 20 in the Air Force, it could be something he can drive his entire career. And it's always going to get looks. And it's always going to be an amazing car. So, there you have it. That's my story about Alan. Great kid. Link in the description down below if you want to help him help with building this car. The GoFundMe has been set up by him. I have nothing to do with it. 100% controlled by him. He does the whole thing. And I guess however that sets up, they pay him directly. So, damn, I hate this. When it goes from like raining and stuff to humid to dry, man, it's like dries everything out. It makes you cough like crazy. Anywho's, there you have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you think Alan should get a YouTube channel started. He did send me some clips. I'm going to post them in here so you guys can see a little bit about the car. And then, like I said, link in the description down below. If, if you could throw him a couple bucks, I appreciate it. We're all going to do it and try to help him cover the cost of this engine that he just had to put in this car. And who knows? Maybe we'll raise enough money for him where he can do some pimp my ride type stuff for that car. I think it would be cool. And if you guys would like to see it on YouTube, spam the shit out of his Instagram and let him know in the comments. All right, let's take a look at the car.